It's so hot. Okay. How you guys doing today? I hope your day is going fantastic. I'm scooting a little bit. As always, my day is going fantastic. I love being here. Yes, excuse me. I am back in LA, and I absolutely love it. I feel so fulfilled. I feel so like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Which brings me into today's topic, faith. Taking that leap of faith. It's. I'm glad I've had this moment because ever since I took this leap of faith and I put my full trust, into God. Obviously, this video is gonna be more on the religious, sect than other videos. But like I said, I don't shy away from this kind of stuff, so I do talk about it openly. Anyways, I put my full faith into God and did what I felt He was telling me to do, and honestly, it's been nothing but blessings since, and I'm so thankful. I go to bed every night and I pray and I say thank you, thank you for leading me to this point. Thank you for just everything, and I wake up in the morning, I come up here, and I look at, just the sunrise and the view and the mountains and everything. And I say thank you, thank you for all of this, and I'm extremely, extremely thankful. Yeah, so I guess to get into more or less story time, I don't want to go too much into, I don't want to make this a lengthy video, but more or less to give you a pocket of reference of time. So I was supposed to, or excuse me, I moved back home last July. So around this time last year, I moved back home, and then I was supposed to come back to LA in January. That didn't work out. I was supposed to come back April-ish, March, April. That didn't work out, and then I was going to come back in September. More or less, to sum it all up, the times that I was saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go back," I didn't go back, except for I guess this time, which brings me to all this. Yeah, I was supposed to come back in September with my girlfriend more and everything, but obviously I'm here now. That's another thing. I say a lot, and I realize that in other videos. So if you want to go back and tally up how many times I say that would be really, really cool. I guess I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. I don't have enough views to give shout outs, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, about a month ago, a month and a half ago, I hit this really, I don't want to say bad point because it really wasn't a bad thing. It was a moment of clarity for me. The state, the state of mind I was in at the time, made me think the way I did, I guess you could say. I realize now that, that's completely untrue and unfalse and everything, but I hit a point to where I felt like, the only person who was had my back and was kind of come through for me was really myself, more or less. Yes, that is, kind of a selfish, mental state to put yourself in. How's it going? You doing good? Doing good? You have a good one, all right?
Had a good office.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, everybody here is so friendly. I absolutely love it. I do. I absolutely love it. Anyways, yeah. Um, More or less, I fell back onto prayer, and I just prayed, and I said, I don't know what to do. I feel so lost, and I don't want to get super into it. But I prayed, and at that moment in time, I firmly believe that God was talking to me. I felt like it was finally a time for Him saying, all right, I have your attention. You're not distracted by this facet, by that facet. You're I have your attention. I have your attention, and you're going to listen to me. And then, and to sum it all up, it was, you need to get back to LA. You, not in a bad way. You don't need to be here anymore. You need to go back. And that feeling, it really like washed over me, and it was like I said, it was strong. It was like, it made me cry, I guess you could say, like, because it did. And so um, I ended up, calling up my brother, and I asked him, and he was like, yeah, like, I'm down. That's fine, go ahead and ask the other roommates. I asked them, and they're like, yeah, that's fine, which more or less leads me to where I am right now. But what brings me into the leap of faith portion of this, some almost 6 minutes into this video, was I had been like saving up. I should have been saving up more, and I realize that now, and I realize some of the things that I spent money on over the past, few months definitely should not have been spent money on them. And yeah, but anyways, yeah, so I didn't have enough, like, completely total, how much it would be to like move, and pay the prorated amount, pay the deposit, etc., all that stuff. The full expenses of moving, more or less. I didn't have the full amount saved up. I had $800, between bank accounts and lines of credit. That's how much I had. That's how much I came out here with. I was, luckily blessed with my like dance expenses being taken care of over the next month, so I don't have to necessarily like worry about that, and to that individual, if you are watching this video, like, I can't even begin to explain, demonstrate, however you want to put it, how grateful and thankful I am for you, because you were my snap, I guess you could say, to say like, no, like, you're doing the right thing, so thank you. If you're watching this, you know who you are. Anyways, yeah, I didn't have enough saved up, more or less. I had been working on my credit over the past year, more or less, really. I had been working on improving it, because I knew once I moved back, I want my own, to get an apartment and to be put on the lease and all that, and I wanted my credit to be in good standing. So I had been working on improving that for a long while. But I didn't have the full amount saved up, so I ended up applying for a loan. Maybe not the best decision for a 21-year-old, but I knew if I could get that, it would alleviate the financial stress, I guess you could say, of the situation, because like I said, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, those areas, that I felt I was at actual like peace with. I was good. And I still do. But I ended up applying for a loan. Long story short, got denied, and so kind of like put everything like into a tailspin. So I kind of like started like freaking out, more or less. Because I'm like, dang, like, I can't necessarily go back to LA with 800. Yeah, I can't do that. That's absolutely nuts. It's crazy. So I was told, you can stay an extra month, and save up as much as you can, and things were going to be put in place to like that would could benefit me in the long run, to be more financially prepared and stable coming back out here. But I didn't feel it. I didn't like I it went against everything in my being. It literally went against everything in my being. Is so many people were suggesting to stay, just to stay a month, stay this amount of time, or whatever the case may be. And my main thing was, something is going to come up for me to have to stay longer, and that's just how I felt. Mind you, me and my girlfriend had already, we're in the process of like signing a contract for like roommate agreements and whatnot. So like yeah, like I definitely would have still like came out here, but like I wanted to go like now, like I felt like I needed to go like within like this time frame right here right now. Um, I didn't want to wait, so I really felt, you know, something's gonna come along and it's just I just didn't want to. I more or less. I just didn't want to stay. I was like, no, I need to go. Like I need to go. Um, so yeah, that's my big leap of faith moment. Was I said, all right, like I'm going to go against possibly the wisdom, and it's not even possibly, it is the wisdom of what's being told to me to stay and be in a better situation, you know. But I felt that was my final, more or less, test for like myself of like, okay, are you going to keep listening to everybody, or are you gonna do what you want to do, And I felt like that was God, that was Him testing me, like, okay, are you going to, keep listening, or are you going to do what I've been telling you to do for this entire year, you know? Um, because I do look back in retrospect, and I do see the signs of when he's been waving his hand at me, and trying to get my attention, and I've ignored him, and that brings me to the more philosophical point, because there's always one of those in these videos, is don't ignore the signs. Don't ignore the signs. If you get a strong feeling about something, like something washes over you, and it it may contradict everything that everyone else is saying, then that's fine. Like it's for me, that's God talking. That's God saying like, hey, like listen, um, um, and these individuals, I still love them dearly, and they're still the most important people in my life, and that's kind of like what I like had to do was, I got a notebook. I don't know where I put it. I probably left it. Oh no, it's right there. Anyways, and I wrote down just the most important people, like important people in my life. That way, I could get a grip of what of what like reality was while I'm out here. I can, you know, not lose sight of what's important while I'm out here. Um, because that was possibly my mistake of coming out here the first time, was I kind of just jumped out here aimlessly and was just like, I just want to dance, and I want to do this, I want to do that, and everything. And it was good for what it was worth, absolutely. But I feel more fine-tuned. I feel more adjusted. I feel more ready. I feel more prepared than I just all around. And ever since I took that leap of faith, and I just said, all right, God, like this is what you want me to do. I don't know what's at the end of this tunnel. I don't even see the light at the end of this tunnel. But I know that it's there. Um, it's been blessing on top of blessing, guys. Blessings on top of blessing. And from waking up every morning and just feeling refreshed, because before I'd wake up and it'd be, I'd feel groggy, or I'd maybe dread doing, something. And ever since, like I said, developing a morning routine and everything, like I wake up and I'm driven, I'm ready to go, and like I'm excited to get my day started, and doing that consistently, since I've been here. Mind you, I've only been here a few days, but just saying like, like I said, waking up in the morning and just saying, thank you, God. Like, thank you for bringing me to this point in my life. I feel so much at ease. I feel so much at peace, and I feel everything's going to work out. I feel everything's going to be fine, and I'd love to look back on this video, years down the line, and see where I am, just in the fact that I just put my full faith into Him, and I just listened. and listen. That's the big thing, guys. If you feel, if you are religious, if you feel God is talking to you, if something bothers your spirit, if something, if it irritates your spirit, that's God saying that's not for you. That's, you don't need to do that. We have free will. We have free will. We're free to do whatever the heck we want, with, inside the bounds of law. You can't go around killing people and everybody will just smile at you. Like, you can't do that. But, we have free will. We can choose to do this or do that, God will talk to you when it comes to making decisions. He'll talk to you when it comes to making decisions, and he'll tell you what you need to do for the betterment of you and the betterment of spreading his word. So yeah, that's the more philosophical point, because like I said, there's always something that kind of something for you to take, is if you have a unwavering feeling about doing something, starting something, or whatever the case it may be, don't ignore that. Don't ignore the signs. He is talking to you, but he gives you the option to listen to him, to obey him, or to go on and do something else. And you won't feel fulfilled, when you're not listening to him, when you're not doing what he intended for you to do from before you were even an idea. If you stray away from the path he has foresaw for you, then you won't feel it. You won't feel, grateful. You won't feel blessed. It's wake up every morning and just say, okay, thank you for allowing me to live another day and do what I love to do and spread your word. It's putting that faith, unwavering, strong foundation faith in him. So this is a lengthy video, so we'll go ahead and start wrapping it up. But yeah, guys, have faith. If you're going through a tough time, keep the faith, pray. He's got you. He got me, so he's got you for sure. All right, guys. Peace.